right, so I'm going to answer this in a couple of ways. One is a three-pronged approach for how do we attract and maintain businesses. And it's really focused around large businesses. How do we maintain those large anchor tenants like National Science Foundation and others that are key to our regional and local economy? How do we continue to grow and hold on to businesses that have started in Arlington? The conversation around O-Power, and they're looking at VC as an option. We need to be making sure that we're keeping those homegrown businesses right here in Arlington. And then around small businesses, how do we make sure that we've got an attractive place for small businesses, that it's easy to help with startups? When I served as president of my civic association, I worked closely with the Westover Beer Garden as they were going through the cumbersome and lengthy process to get county permits and to get through the zoning process. That adds time and it adds cost, and we need to make sure that we are knocking down those barriers for our small businesses. But let's also not forget about the largest single economic development plan that's in place right now for Arlington County, and that is the Crystal City and Columbia Pike corridors, and the revitalization of those two corridors, which was predicated on a three-part plan: the sector plan for density and development, the affordable housing plan to protect 6,000 units, and the transportation asset, the streetcar, to move people effectively through those corridors. Not only Columbia Pike, but also Crystal City, which is going through a 50-year revitalization as the aging office infrastructure is taken down and rebuilt. So we need to make sure we're making those investments. We're talking about billions of dollars in economic growth for our community that will help to pay for our schools. So the choice is we can either take roughly $50 million in local tax share, and we can get $1 billion in economic growth out of it, as my opponent proposes. Or we can take that same $50 million, leverage it with other funds from state and the region, and get $3 billion in economic growth or more. And that translates into more funding for our schools, to meet our rising school population growth, as well as new jobs for Arlingtonians.